And inshallah, I believe the governor is someone who have the interest of the youth. We can't survive the environment where we have low employment. The only thing we can do at this moment is to empower our people. Kwara youths are very spontaneous and they are versatile. Seeing somebody like Mukhtar is a thing of joy for me, and we have to support him. And he practically deserves the moral support of every Kwaran. That's the second. What have we done? Gadaff is out there doing empowerment, repairing balls, giving scholarships to children. This is what I can do. And I felt this is what the past leaders actually do. Awolowo invested in education, and everyone hasn't forgotten.
As the general elections draw closer, politicians have again returned to the electorate to tie loose ends. On Politics in the Emirate, we take you through the minds of the aspirants. We ask questions that hit their ambitions, intentions, and aspirations. It's Politics in the Emirate, showing on Stemma TV.
My name is Suliamon Hon Gadaff. I'm from Asa local government. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a farmer, an active politician. Well, I think I've just been recently appointed as special assistant to Kwara State Governor on Youth Empowerment, and we've write few proposal and it's been submitted. So we are looking out to what the government have for the youth constituency for empowerment. So, and inshallah, I believe the governor is someone who have the interest of the youth. We can't survive the environment where we have low employment. The only thing we can do at this moment is to empower our people. Kwara youths are very spontaneous and they are versatile. So if you give them something, they know how to double it. So I feel that is my own job for now, and I'm trying to identify the people who we can empower. So with the help of the government, probably Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, he approves on a couple of things we have already put forward to him, and inshallah we are going to empower thousands of youth in Kwara State. Yeah, of course, every cause there is an effect. First, the appointment comes with a lot of responsibility. Me, naturally, I'm already occupied with the youth constituency initially. So me having that appointment is just a push at the back, like, okay, go and do what you like to do. So definitely, I've always been out of my comfort zone. And this time, I see it as if I'm playing football, So it's easy for me. Okay, I think the government is father of all every profession. So I feel it is, we cannot put me being appointed as the SA Youth Empowerment doesn't mean we don't have the field that's taking care of job creation. It is quite different. You understand what I mean? But even if we are empowering people, we are trying to create job as well. It is good record for the government as well. So I feel Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak in the history of Kwara State has created the highest job. I think Malam Abdurrahman has created over 10,000 jobs so far. So bringing in empowerment is applause as well. If we are empowering 100,000 youths in Kwara State, that is great. They have been doing some grants and all these things, but from the office of the governor himself, empowering the youths, we are getting that very soon. God bless. question.
So, sir, I also want to ask some critics, as they've said, the governor rather, is including so many youths in government. Do you think that's a step in the right direction, including youths in government? Because some feel maybe the youth still need mentorship, the youth still need, the youth are not ripe enough to be in government. What's your take?
Yeah, I think my own take is that nobody's island of knowledge. We live, we learn. And a child that went through the university, did his master's, go through the NYC, I think he had little experience to start. And in business, there's something they call on job training. You understand what I mean? So on job training, it is cool. Like every youth that is being appointed or occupying an elective or elected position, a youth that is being elected or an appointee, that is what I mean, that you probably learn on the field. For example, my own as a case of study, when I first assumed the office, I asked questions like, okay, how do you do this, how do you do that? And I went back to the memory lane that, okay, probably maybe in the past governments or the old ones, okay, do we ever have any SA youth empowerment? What have they done? I'm bringing my own idea, bringing the old ideas as well, putting it together and forming a great mind. So that's it. I like writing and I philosophize a lot. And what else? I like business, I like doing business, I like to travel. And I like swimming at my leisure time. So first of all, Malam Mukhtar Shagaya is from my constituency, and I think his spontaneous level genius of doing politics is different, And I've studied it a few times. I studied him 3 times, and I understand his mindset, his concept, where it's coming from, and probably the good intention he has for the people. So I don't have choice to, support that kind of person. Gadaff has a structure, Mukhtar has a structure. We bring it together. That is how we can, take our constituency to the next level. When we have a serious-minded person, we don't have choice. We have to support that person. I'm also a youth advocate as well. So seeing somebody like Mukhtar is a thing of joy for me, and we have to support him. And he practically deserves the moral support of every Kwarans. That's a second. First, I must first of all recognize his great mindset. Recently, he just appointed me as the director of youth affairs for Kwara Central, and that's a different ball game for me and a different challenge just for me. Because I never met Malam Sali Mustafa until he appointed me, and he's been hearing there's a little guy out there from Asa local government, and he appointed me, without me even trying to lobby or anything. And I realized that if we have somebody like Malam Sali Mustafa, probably maybe 3 or 4, I swear to God, Kwara State is going to be greater. He's somebody who doesn't care where you come from, who you are with. As long as he sees that great potential in you, he's ready to work with you. So I really salute his courage and the way he operates. And shout out to the people that work with him. They are also good people as well, like I used to say. So Malam Sali Mustafa is somebody who I see and I have confidence in the future of Kwara State. Not only Kwara Central, but in the future of Kwara State, we can all count on him that he's somebody who is going to lead us to the right path. Yeah, what you just brought up now is I'm talking to us now, and when I say I'm talking to us, I mean Kwara youth. You see, we need to understand the concept of relating with ourselves. You know, for example, if you're telling somebody you don't know good morning or assalamu alaikum, you are probably disturbing the person. You know, just type your message and go straight to the point. You know, then we know that you are communicating. You know, from what you just said now, you said, okay, you were surprised. We replied your message immediately, and you're thinking, yes, we have a bunch of messages throughout different social media, on Facebook, Instagrams, or WhatsApp. But that is not even the problem. The problem is that if you're talking to us, we definitely reply faster. But you know, if you say good morning, we are expecting you to drop your message next. So if you're not dropping it, you're not communicating. And a lot of people have beautiful ideas, but they don't know how to go about it. That is why I said I'm talking to us right now. So it's not a big deal for me. You know, it's not a deal breaker for me having a bunch of messages and knowing how to deal with people or relating with people. I have day-to-day interaction with almost 500 people every day, you know, during the struggle. So it's not a new thing for me now. I feel we should all learn how to, you know, communicate with each other. Always go straight to the point, regardless anybody you're talking to, if it is me or the House of Rep or the House of Assembly. Compose yourself, compose your message, and go straight to the point instead of, you know, sending "I" or "How was your night." Those things is no longer, you know, it's disturbing. Yeah, I think we had a beautiful relationship, and we always share ideas among ourselves. You know, despite the fact we are being appointed different times, we almost know each other. You know, regardless, and we've been always treating each other with respect. You know, regardless, I've just been appointed as the SA to the governor doesn't mean I'm just, you know, getting into the system. I've been there, you know, I've been APC stalwart for more than 3 years. So that is me, and I will always be me. So if you're not real, your job is out there. If you're real, your job is out there. That's just it. But regarding the youths under the Malam Abdurrahman Abdurazak administration, I think we are all, you know, we are all equal, and we treat each other with respect. Of course, is first of all, we have to recognize Malam Abdurrahman Abdurazak's ideation and his philosophy towards governing Kwara State. You know, Malam Abdurrahman is someone who has good intention. That is one. And secondly, look at the way he's, you know, giving the women opportunity in this government, and that gives me that mindset when I put up my pen and I name him the real killer of misogyny. What I was talking about that time is he's putting the women forward, and check out every important roles the women are taking it up. You know, the men are not sidelined as well, and the youth are not sidelined as well, but you know, he giving them that opportunity. Because if you check the statistic, I think the women is about 48% of voters. So that their number is going up every day, and meaning their price has to go up. You know, so is somebody that has foresight. And secondly, regarding to our administration, even if you've been to Kwara State, if you have not been to Kwara State for like 4 years, if you get into Kwara State now, you probably see the difference. You know, and a lot of people just want magic overnight, and which is not possible. You know, it's taking it gradually, steps by step. And I'm a typical example of why we should have patience. You know, we are not going there today, but patience really pays off. You know, it doesn't really matter if, you know, you're getting something there or you're not getting something there. You need to have a good intention, and that is what Malam Abdurrahman Abdurazak is doing. He has excellence in the infrastructure, in education. He has excellence in education, in economy. You know, he's pulling it up, and our economy is really boosting. I think if you check the statistic, it's boosted about maybe 3 or 4% recently. So at all ramification of everything that has to do with governing or government. So I think Malam Abdurrahman Abdulrazak is boosting even the economy is boosting it. So it's somebody who actually deserves to go for the second time. And inshallah, with the team, with my team, and with every youth, every meaningful people out there, and with Kwarans that actually want a great continuity, inshallah, Malam Abdurrahman Abdulrazak is going to win the second time. Mark my word. Yeah, I think the government is very, very knowledgeable and informed about everyone. And my local government that you just made mention now, I think we are versatile people and we are appreciative people. I mean, as a local government, even the fact that a couple of people think we are savage, but it's not like that. And people like Alakawa is beginning to change the narrative. I came on board, I'm changing the narrative and I'm pushing the culture forward. So Ruka is coming, I pray she wins. She's coming. And Honorable Rukayat Motura, she's coming. And Oniboki is right there in that four constituency. So everybody's pushing the culture forward. Moshood is there, Ajidagba is there. We have a lot of meaningful people that are ready to make a great impact, regardless we are getting anything or we are not getting anything. So I feel as a local government is becoming a great place where we can actually focus our attention to good things as well. You should watch out for what is coming. And regarding the empowerment, I think what I mean by the government is knowledgeable is that they know everyone's capacity. This is something I've been doing. On my own personal achievements, I've run like maybe 3 or 4 empowerments with my own personal funds. So at different levels. So if we are talking about what I'm going to do, there are a couple of people that we need to orientate that you don't need to have $1 million to start a business. 100,000 is okay for you. Just get a spot at the junction and be doing probably the shawarma, all the small shops in the evening. You know what I mean? So apart from empowering them, we need to orientate them as well. There are some people that just their business is falling. I could remember very well during my second empowerment. There's this woman I empowered. She was selling, I think, fish, frozen foods and stuff like that. So her business is actually falling down. And when we empowered her, she came back to me. She said, "It is because of you my business rised again." And that is another concept for me. That no, we don't have to look at people that are jobless only. What about people that are suffering, that are struggling to make their business survive? So we have different this thing. But without taking your time, if you need an interview on only empowerment, call me. Well, regarding to the rally that happened in Kwara State yesterday, I was, big shout out to Ambassador Fataya Yaseriki, the DG. The job actually started from him because we was with him, a couple of young guys was with him a day before the rally. And he was telling us that, okay, we are projecting about 5,000 people. How do we go about this thing? And you don't do the way it talks. And I'm like, okay, fine. This thing is a done deal because APC, Kwara State is APC state, and so he has his own genius idea of putting these things down, and that was what I heard. And everybody started their job. It gives instruction, do this, do that to people, and at the end of the day, we have over 100,000 people at that place, and everybody was like, wow. Even the people from the federal was like, at this rated crowd, that they should raise their hands up. The vibe was really, really, and also I came in with my team, and I was seeing different, the groups that was physically there yesterday are over 2,000. I'm talking about forum. So you multiply, in some forum, you have 50 people or 40 people. Now multiply 50 times 2,000. Only forums, only organization. Then we talk about politicians, we talk about the grassroots politicians or the wards, the unit level, the local governments, and the party structure as well. So I feel we are progressing, and there's nothing we should worry about with APC in Kwara State today. Nigerian youth, I think we need to be more spontaneous. We are already versatile. We are enduring. I know. I can feel our pains and some of the things we all go through, But let us continue to be hopeful. This is one of my advice for us. And let us unite. No civilization is conquered from the outside until it destroys itself from within. It means that nobody can break us unless we break ourselves. We shouldn't let any political party or any political affiliation break us. I've seen it that blood brothers are fighting and stop talking to each other because of political party. I don't think that is right. Unity is the second key for us. Apart from we loving ourselves, we uniting is very, very important. So this is my advice for Nigerian youths. Let us come together, regardless of our political belief. We can only get there if we come together.